So today, as part of this first class, we'll go and try to see how we can develop by following the architecture, whatever I given here, end to end, one report I want to develop and I want to show it here. First, we should have some data layers. Can you tell me any data layer which you are aware of it? That means data layer is nothing but where you are storing the data. Data layer is nothing but where we are storing data. Can you tell me some of the things where you are storing the data? You may be storing the data in different types of files. It may be as simple as daily we are seeing Excel. It may be as simple as we are seeing CSV files, comma separated values files. Any type of some text files. It may be tab separated file, pipeline separated file, any type of file. It may be some XML file, maybe some JSON file. Like this, n number of files are available in the market. We are going to use it. And we have so many relational databases. You know some of the relational databases. For example, Oracle. For example, MySQL. For example, SQL Server, Teradata. So n number of places are available to communicate with that one. Maybe going directly to the cloud. It may be Snowflake Cloud, Snowflake Data Warehouse Cloud, or it may be Azure SQL database. So in our architecture, the data layer meaning where we are storing the data. We can store the data in a number of places. We can store it. Today, as part of this class, I will use SQL Server. Now we need to understand how to make the Power BI and SQL Server are communicating each other. How to make a connection between these two things. How the handshake will be happens. Those things we need to understand. Okay, let us go and try to understand that piece. Even I have one beautiful navigation documentation is available. You can go and you can use it in the offline. Let us say I'm going for so people who want to refer this one, you can go and you can refer it. We are in the ITEC, we are in the Power BI, then notebooks. I choose an example to explain how to connect with the SQL Server and how to develop the reports I am trying to explain today. Okay, now first I am trying to go to the SQL Server and I want to see what is our database name, where we have our tables, those information. If you want to connect with the SQL Server or if you want to see what are the tables are available, what are the databases are available inside the SQL Server, we need to go for one tool. The tool is known as SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. SQL Server Management Studio. Don't worry, most of the cases, mostly as a BA developer, you may not be creating the databases, you may not be creating the tables. Only our job is to read the data. This is the SQL Server Inside the SQL Server, I have the tables I want to see. Let us go and try to see first SSMS. If I type in the Windows search SSMS, we got here SQL Server Management Studio. Now it's trying to open Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. This is useful to communicate with the database called as SQL Server database. SQL Server is a majorly used product in the Microsoft databases. Okay, let us go and try to click on here, connect. Now it's connected. You can see a databases. We have here so many databases are available. In this, we have one of the database called as AdventureWorks 2012 database, AdventureWorks DW 2012 database, like that, a number of things are there. If you go for AdventureWorks DW 2012, then I want to see some table data. I can go and I can see that data. Let's say select, then star from, I want to go for customer table data. I want to go. So I can go and I can see here customer table data. So we have here dim customer, then go and try to execute it. We're able to see customer table data. Similarly, we have one more table that is called as select star from fact internet sales table. We have it. So fact internet sales table is the fact table kind of thing. If you want to see the data of this one, you can go and you can see the data. What I want is based on these two tables, based on these two tables, based on these two tables, get me top 10 customers, top 10 customers revenue wise. I want to know top 10 customers revenue wise. I want to know it. So you need to understand now Power BI, how to open, and the Power BI has to communicate with the database called as AdventureWorks DW 2012, and our table is called as dim customer, fact internet sales. Then we need to go for top 10. We have to go. So that's where we understand now first point, that's called as data layer. Now what is the data layer I want to use now? What is the data layer I want to use now?
SQL Server.
Excellent. SQL Server is our data layer today in our example. And that SQL Server, we want to connect with the what software here? Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop is the 90% job where you're going to work here. Power BI service is nothing but our Azure. In the Azure, Power BI is one of the service. Like how they are providing Windows Mission as a service they are providing. One Linux mission they will provide as a service. Everything is service in the Azure. Similarly, Power BI also service in the Azure. Now I want to open Power BI desktop. I want to open. So go to the search, then type here simply Power BI desktop. Then it will open Power BI desktop. It's going to open. Looks like already I've opened for your open. No, it's not open. Okay, it's opening now. So once it is opened, inside the Power BI desktop, we have the provision to connect with the databases. First, this yellow screen, whatever you are seeing, right? This is a kind of help document. You will be knowing here what is new in this current version, what are the forums we have, where we have the Power BI blog, some tutorial materials, some videos created by Microsoft, some kind of help to learn the Power BI. And this is not needed. We can go and we can close this one. In the corner, we have close button. Now you can see this is what the Power BI window, how it looks like. Very simple tool, nothing much job. Like our Excel, how it is available, similar to that, it will be there. So by seeing this window here, I can say this is called as, what is this? The top, whatever we are seeing, what is it called as? Is it called as menu bar? What we have in the menu bar? File option. This is what the file option what we have. Second is what? Home. Third is what? Respond. This is our class. Insert. Next is what? Modeling. Next is we have view. Then next we have help. This is called as menu bar. In each menu, we have some options. Those options are we generally will be calling as toolbar. Suppose if I go to the home, then we are seeing a first option. What is this first option? In home, menu bar, in home menu bar, tools are in home menu bar. What tools we have? Getting data tool. What is the tool name? Get the data. So that is what the tool getting the data. These all things are some of the things in that one. Second we have here queries. We are going to create here queries. We are going to create here. This is the queries section. Queries section. Something like that. This is the insert section. We are going to insert some visualizations, some text box, some more visuals we are going to insert here. This is the calculation. We are going to do some kind of calculations. So on. Now, by observing this window now, can you tell me if I want to communicate with the SQL Server, which option is the best option? Get data option or queries option or insert or calculation? What is that?
Data option.
Correct. Data option. So we want to go for get data option. The moment I click on the get data option, we'll see big drop down. Even in the bottom, you can see more button. If you click on the more option, you will notice there are a lot of sources are available. This window is called as get data window. In this get data window, we can notice files. We can access any type of file. Excel, it may be text file, XML, JSON, one folder of files, even PDF, Parquet file. Parquet file is used majorly in the big data environment. Our SharePoint folder, also we can access it. Now, next we have here databases. We have whatever database in the market, most of the databases we have here. Now, time being, you want to communicate with what database? SQL Server database. So let us go and try to select here SQL Server database because I want to communicate with the SQL Server database today. Click on here, connect. So it's going to show you what is the server name. Generally, in companies, databases will be installed separate machine, not your laptop. Your laptop is client machine, we used to call it as. We used to call it as client machine, not the server machine. So we need to write here the computer name or the IP address where the SQL Server software is installed. We need to write it. But in our training room, SQL Server, Power BI, everything is installed in the same laptop. So directly you can write here localhost, you can write here. Even SQL Server has one beautiful feature. If you're writing localhost, some letters I have to type, it means a bit boring job. So we have the shortcut. We can write here simply dot. If you write dot, system automatically understands, okay, SQL Server also available where we installed Power BI desktop in the same mission, SQL Server also available. Then next it is asking database name, however, it is optional. Next is we want to import all the data into this file, or you want to go for direct query. We'll talk more about this one later. Click on as of now, okay. You can notice it's showing here now how many databases we have in my server. How many databases we have in my server?
32.
32. If you want to compare also, you can go ahead and you can compare it. For example, let us go here and try to observe. What is the first database we are seeing here? AdventureWorks 2012. Same first database we'll see here is AdventureWorks 2012. And second database, AdventureWorks 2016. Same AdventureWorks 2016 we are seeing it. For comparison, let us go for last one, wide world importer DW. Let us go and try to see in the last, same thing will be there. So we have whatever databases inside the SQL Server software, all the databases are appearing here. Now you need to go for one of the database that is known as AdventureWorks DW 2012. And I said I need two tables I needed for this demonstration. One is called as customer, second is called as fact internet sales. If you want, you can take this one. Or if you want to go with the simple tables, not the heavy tables. Customer is a heavy table. That means more records are there. Internet sales is a heavy table. More records are there. You don't want to go with that one. You want to go with the simple table, means I designed here some tables with our normal EMP tables. With this also you can go on, you can do that demonstration. Only you need to change is, I ask the question is what now? Top 10 customers I asked here. Here you can write here top 10 employees I want it salary wise. What wise? Salary wise. Top 10 employees I want it salary wise. Something like that. You can change your question. You can try to answer this question. The employee table, we have very small amount of data. These are the 15 records we have it. And in the DP table, also we have small amount of data. These are the 4 records we have it. I want these two tables, I want it. EMP table, then DEP table. I selected these two tables. Now we are in the window called as navigator window. We are navigating whatever database we want, we are navigating. Inside the database, whatever table we want, we are navigating. At any point of time, we are not seeing your database or table, then you need to click on this refresh button so that it will go and try to refresh the objects, whatever we are seeing here. Suppose one data record inserted just now, you want to see here, just go and try to click on this refresh button. This preview will be refreshed. You can notice now bottom we are seeing load, transform data, then cancel. If you are happy with the data, whatever we are seeing here, then directly you can go for load the data. If you are not happy, then you need to go for transforming the data. In my case, I am not happy. For example, in the commission column, I am seeing the null. So I don't want these nulls. So I am not happy. I want to remove these nulls. I want to keep some 0 or something over there. So there is a requirement of changing the data. There is a requirement of changing the data. So what option I have to use, load or transform data?
Transform data.
Transform data. Now, once you click on the transform data, we will be seeing altogether different window. This window is called as Power Query Editor window. This window is a separate window we got as part of the importing the data. That is reason you see in our architecture diagram, this data layer directly communicating with what layer here? What layer it is communicating? Power Query. Power Query is a part of what? Power BI desktop. So that is reason as part of the Power BI desktop, we got here something that is known as Power Query Editor. Inside the Power BI desktop, we have something known as Power Query Editor. Let me maximize this one. I maximized it. Here you can see again, this is called as menu bar. This is called as toolbar. Left side, whatever we are seeing, this is called as queries. We have two tables. Each table is called as one query. The terminology is query here, not the table. The database, we call it as EMP is a table. DEP is a table, but Power BI terminology is we have to call it as query. For example, if I take the EMP, then EMP corresponding properties will be showing inside the query settings pane, query settings window. Here you can notice what is the name of this one, EMP, because I selected here EMP. And I want to see from where we got the data. You can go to the source. The source, these many databases are available inside the SQL Server. Out of this all kind is database, these all are databases. And we given dot means what, get me all the databases, we got all the databases. Then navigation is we went here and we got only from the DBO schema, ITEC DB database. DBO is a schema, EMP is the table. From there we are getting the data. From which database we are getting the data? By seeing this line, you come to understand that one. ITEC DB is the database name. Schema is what? DBO is the schema name. And item table name is what? EMP is the table name. Then we are getting here data, we are getting it. Now for better appearance, you can notice the right side, source and navigation, two steps are available. Source and navigations, two steps are available. This is nothing but whatever work you do, each and every work will be recorded. Meaning we can track what are the transformations we did at any point of time. We can come to this window. We come to know, okay, from the source, what data we got it. And on top of it, what changes you did within the Power BI level, you come to know from here. For example, we are trying to do one of the things that is called as commission. Commission is showing as null. Can you replace this null with the some number? Yes. Just you need to do right click. There we can say replace values option is available. You can click on that one. Then you will see what you want to replace, null with what you want to replace with 0. You can notice here we have only two steps and we have here so many null values are available in the commission column. Now you can notice these all null values will be replaced with the 0. And one step is added here, replace value step. In the replace value step code, we can observe null is replacing with what? Null is replacing with what? 0. Null is replacing with 0. This is nothing but I can call it as one transformation. We are converting nulls with the zeros. That is called as one transformation. Similarly, if you want to do one more transformation, for example, I have salary is here 1600, commission is here 300. 1600 plus 300, total how much I need to pay to this employee? 1600 plus 300, total how much I need to pay to this employee? 1900. 1900. So let us go and try to do that kind of calculation which I wanted. Okay. So how I can do the extra calculation? Can you able to identify where I have to go in the menu bar? Where I have to go in the menu bar? We have here add column option. We can go to the add column option. Then we can add one column. We can add it. Now we are clicking on the add column. There you can notice we have the custom column option. I'm selecting here custom column option. Then it is asking custom column, add a column that is calculated from the other columns. Now we are going for this custom place. I'm putting here total salary. Here we are trying to provide whatever we have the salary, whatever we have the salary column, plus whatever we have the commission column, we are trying to do it. That's it. Salary column plus commission column, we are doing it. In the bottom, we can notice no syntax errors have been detected. And also, whatever we are writing here, this is case sensitive. If I write here small m, if I click on here OK, now you can notice what you're seeing, error. If you click on this error, you can notice what is the message it's showing. Experiencing the error, the field problem is what? Commission is the problem. We have actually commission, but what type of commission we have? COMM, capital commission we have. But what you written here? One M we written small unit, right? Are you able to understand?
Yeah.
Speak out. Now we understand that one. Let me clear this step, whatever we have the error step. Then added custom is available. We understand our problem. Go and try to change directly here itself, or you can double click on this one so that where we created that window will be appearing. There you can replace small m with the capital M. Then click on here OK. Now we are getting here data properly. 1600 plus 300 is equal to, what is this? 1900. I want to tell you some things. If you go for the first column, we are seeing EMP number. What is the left side? We are seeing something 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If 1, 2, 3 is available, what is the data type of this one? What way system identified the data type? 1, 2, 3 means actually it's a whole number. It's a whole number. Suppose ABC is available, system is identified that as a, what is that one? Test. So, and if you go for here, salary, system is identified that as a change type. You can notice here, what is this? Decimal number. If you go for MGR, it has 1, 2, 3, let us say. Then you can go and you can observe here, change type. It's a whole number. Based on that lines, you tell me now what is available, the data type of this one. Total salary, data type is what? 1, 2, 3 means number. ABC means test. But we have ABC 1, 2, 3. What is that meaning? Numbers and test, right? Alphanumeric. It's called as alphanumeric. So you know very clearly, do you have any chance to get here string data? Like alphabet A, B, C, something like that?
No.
So select this column, then right click on this column, then go to the change type, then change this as a decimal number. There is a possibility you may get points also. So we change that as a decimal. So we got here 1.2. That is nothing but it is a decimal number. Good. We did here one transformation also, we did it. So we did here 3 transformations. First transformation is we replaced null values with the 0. Second transformation is we added the salary column and commission column and created the total salary. Third is we changed the data type from alphanumeric to decimal. Alphanumeric to decimal, we changed it. 3 transformations, we got chance to do it. Once we are happy with all the transformations, you can go and you can do close and apply. There is an option called as close and apply. Then this Power Query editor will be closed, and whatever changes you did here, those all changes will be appearing to the Power BI desktop. What is the window it is coming now? Power BI desktop. So it is loading EMP, it is loading DPT. Now you can see in the fields EMP and DPT, and whatever you did the calculations, those things all will be appearing here. We came back to again Power BI desktop. We came back to again Power BI desktop. Here you can notice whatever columns you calculated your total salary, it is available. Super. To understand this architecture, what is the use of Power Query now? Whatever you did, tell me in a generic way. A generic way, what is use of Power BI? Power Query. First, tell me inside the Power BI desktop, by seeing the diagram, what are the different components are available? By seeing the diagram, what are the different components are available? Do you understand the question? By
Power
seeing this
Query.
diagram, yeah, Power Query. Then second one, Power.
Watch.
And third one, Power View. So here only I stopped here. That means these are the 3 components part of Power BI desktop. Now you did about something Power Query. In the Power Query, you learned as of now how to make a connection to SQL Server database. You learned, right? SQL Server database you learned using Power Query. And also you did here some transformations we did here. Transformations we did here. You imported the table, you extracted the tables, you imported, and we are doing some transformations. Finally, you also loaded the data. We also load data, we did it. Where we loaded into PBX file you loaded. You extracted the data, extracted required tables and columns and data. Then we did here some kind of transformations, we did it. Then you loaded the data into PBX file, load data into Power BI file. Power BI file. There is nothing but PBX file. If you want, you can go and you can see this one. If I try to save this one, let me go for saving. I am saving this one. Onto the desktop, I am saving it. And we given the name of this one as, let us say, demo, or I can say first class, whatever it is. First class. Okay, let us go try to save this one. We saved it. I want to see what is the size of this file. You can notice first class. What is the size of this file we have? What is the size of this file we have? 33 KB. And what is the type of file we have here? It is a Microsoft Power BI desktop document. What is the extension of this one? PBIX. So we loaded the data from the SQL Server into this PBX file. We loaded the data. Now once we loaded, then we need to do second one that is called as Power Pivot. What work we are going to do in the Power Pivot? What work we are going to do in the Power Pivot? Right, in the Power Pivot, we'll do 2 works. One work is called as we are going to create a model. What is model? You come to understand later. We are going to create a model. Second, we are going to do your calculations. Again, we are going to do the calculations. That is nothing but what type of calculations is DAX calculations are going to do it. Better let me write like that. DAX calculations, we are going to do it. DAX stands for data, analysis, expression. Data analysis, expression, calculations. Let's see where is our model and how we can do the DAX calculations. We'll try to do here. I'm going here, fine. If we go for left side, I can see one button is available. What is this button? Left side, we have one button, model. Excellent, sir, model. Here in the model, you can notice, whatever two tables you selected, those two tables are connected to each other. And you can notice what columns base it is connected and what is the cardinality we have and what is the cross filter direction we have. A number of features are available in our regular course. We need to talk, these all things we have to talk about it. But whatever you created, this is called as model. Whatever you create in this window, this is called as model. Now, you can also see in the top, there are manage relationships. And also we have here manage the roles, something like this. We want to implement something data security. We are going to implement by seeing this window only. Okay, we'll talk more about this later. Now, as of now, we understand there is a model. We need to go here and we can observe how these tables are related to each other. Now I want to go for second one. We are going to do that activity is called as DAX. DAX. This is the place where you are going to know about models are, so many types of models are available. Star models, then snowflake models. These are the two types of things mainly available. And these two things, whatever proportion you are mixing, that is called as mixed models. That's it. These are the things what you're going to develop it. You come to know what is that meaning later. Now we have here DAX calculations. We can do DAX calculations by using the tab here. One tab is available. What is this tab is called as? What is this tab is called as? Data. What is this tab is called as? You're seeing the tooltip. Are you seeing the tooltip? Data. So now you can notice here we have the EMP. This is the data, and we have the DEPT. This is the data. Now I want to create here one column. I want to create it. One calculated column. I want to create it. Maybe that calculate column is something I want to sum all the total salary, whatever available. I want to sum up as a single column, single value otherwise. So you can go and you can click on here. One option is available, new measure. It's saying as write a DAX expression that calculates a value from our data. Click on this new measure. Click on this new measure. Then we are saying as it's a grand total of salaries is equal to sum of whatever we have here, total salary I wanted. Here, whatever I used here, SVM sum is part of DAX functions. DAX is a big chapter. DAX is a big chapter, and I can say the only complex things in our Power BI are two things. One is understanding the DAX. Second is understanding the MLongWish. We have something known as, we did earlier, one of the things we did it, that is called as, let me go here. First, let me validate it. Then let me go to the home. Previously, we went for Power Query Editor. In the Power Query Editor, you did some of the steps. In the back end, some functions are going on. These all functions code we can see in the back end. This code is called as MLongWish. What is code is called as? What code it is? MLongWish. So what I want to say is, overall inside the Power BI, only two things are complex. One is called as MLongWish. Second is called as DAX formulas, how we are going to do it. Now, okay, that's fine. We understand now SUM sum is the DAX formula. This DAX belongs to, if you want, you can go on, you can see DAX documentation. Then Microsoft DAX documentation we received. Then we can see DAX functions. Now we can notice we have here one of the functions just now we use, that is called as aggregation function. It is available here. That is called as SUM sum is the one what I used it. So sum is falling under what it is? Data analysis expressions, and it is falling under aggregation functions. And if you want to use the syntax, means this is how we are going to use the syntax. Like this function, so many are available: date and time functions, filter functions, financial functions, like that. A number of things are there. So this is one area where we are going to spend more time, so that we'll be expert in the calculations. We are going to do basically calculations we are going to do here. That's fine. We understand now we need to go for DAX for the calculations. Here we have different types of calculations are available. Calculations related to date and time related calculations are available. Calculations related to aggregation functions. Now whatever we used is aggregation functions. Calculations related to information functions. Calculations related to filter functions. Like this, we have here so many things are available. So many things are available. Now, once we are happy with the DAX calculations, what is the next option we have in the diagram? Where we need to go next? Once we are good with the Power Pivot.
Power view.
Power View we need to go. Okay, now we need to go to the Power View. Power View is the place where we are going to develop our reports. We are going to develop here n number of reports we are going to develop. You can go to this in the Power BI window. We have one more button is available. That button is called as, what is this? Report. This button is called as report button. Using this report button, you can develop a number of reports. You can develop it. Now all I want is here I have left side so many visualizations. I want to see what is my total grand total amount. I can go for here card. Then I got here card. Then I can take here total salary. This is what my total salary, what we got it, 39.23K. Or you can take already calculated the grand total. Grand totals you can take here. Then you're seeing here 39.23K. 39.23K. I want to see department wise what is my salary expenditure. Okay, we are seeing total salary is okay. I want to develop here department wise what is my total salary. So department name wise what is my total salary is going on. So we are seeing here a visualization which talks about department name wise. I want to see job wise what is my salary. I want to see it. Then I can go and I can take here one visualization which talks about job wise what is my total salary expenditure. I want to see location wise what is my total salary. I want to see it. I can go and I can take here one more chart that is called as location wise. I can take it. So location wise, what is my total salary expenditure? And I want to filter this data based on the employee name or whatever it is, or what something. Let us go and try to take here one slicer. Sorry, I'm sorry. If you do any mistake, then Control Z you do it, then automatically it will be reverted. Now I'm clicking in the empty space, then click on the slicer. I want to do here, for example, I want to filter the data based on department number. Then I am able to see department number, and I want to see here this has a drop down. Let us go and try to see the drop down. And in this drop down, we are able to see 10, 20, 30, 40. For example, I'm interested 30th department as well as 40th department data. 30th department as well as 20th department data. Then we're able to see 30 and 20 department data only, we're able to see it. So you can go ahead and you can control this data, whatever we have it, you can control it basically. Basically, you can control this data, whatever we have it, you can control it. I want to see only 10th department data. I can able to see only 10th department data. I'm able to see it. 10, 20 also I want it. I can go and I can see 10, 20 also. Whatever you develop, this one is called as one report. Now we know what is my total salary. I am aware of it. Let me select here all. If you are all option, you are not seeing it, go and try to enable the property to see the all option. We have this, select this, then go here and try to select here all options, selection controls, then go for here, select all option. Now we'll see here, select all option we are seeing. Let us go and try to select here all. Now we have the contest, total amount is, this is the total amount, department name wise, this is what my expenditure, job designation wise, this is what my expenditure, location wise, this is what my expenditure, like that some reports are available. This one, you can go and you can save it, we are saving it. Previously, we saw 33 KB something we saw previously. Now we go and try to observe here, something it is increased by how much? Previously we saw 33 something, now it is increased by how much?
2 KB.
2 KB. 2 KB of the work extra, what we did now. Now, once you completed developing the reports, okay, you developed here one beautiful report, you developed it. Maybe sometimes you can call it as each visualization also one report. This is a one report, this is a one report, this is a one report. Based on the people terminology, it will be changes. Entire thing also you can call it as one report. Each one also we call it as a one report. Based on the context we are speaking, we have to understand that one. Now, once you develop these reports, what is the next you need to develop?
Create a dashboard.
Is it dashboard creation is possible using Power BI desktop? By seeing this diagram?
No.
No. So dashboard, if you want to create, means we need to go to the Azure platform. In the Azure, we have to create here one ID using your work email ID. If you don't have work email ID, don't worry. We have the company. That company name is called as datahexa.com is the company. From this, I'm going to provide one mail ID to you. Using that mail ID, you can register and that will work for 60 days of the time. 60 days of the time. And this is a website where you need to listen the videos also. If you want to go for second time or whatever it is, you can go and you can listen second time. Fine. Now I have here already my developer account I created actually. The developer account I want to access it. app.powerbi.com. That is the URL where you need to go for this Power Apps. Sorry, Power BI service. Power BI service. Now it is asking here sign in information. Let us go and try to provide here sign in information. I'll stop the screen sharing for 1 minute because I need to go for username, one password. I'll stop the screen sharing and I'll get it. Then I'll share it. Right. I've taken this one, then go and try to share again. Let me share it again. I think we're able to see it. So this is my developer account which I created, and go for your nest. Then it's asking here password is what? We need to provide the password. So passing the password, click on the sign in. Now it's asking the approve from my mobile. So let me approve it. So I approve from the mobile, then it's trying to sign in here. So you are trying to sign in into what? Azure platform. This is the Power BI also hosted inside the Azure, and they're providing that as a one service. They're providing that as a one service they are providing. Today you may be going for Power BI. Tomorrow you want to extend your skills towards entire Power platform. You may want to go for Power Automate. You're going to access from here only. Or you want to go for, let's say, Power Apps you want to go. You want to go for Power Apps you want to go. You can go and you can see this is the Power Apps. Or you may want to go for virtual agents to create the virtual agents. Why it is not showing? Okay, Power Automate, Power Apps I am showing. Maybe my ID is not enabled for virtual agents. Virtual agents also one more thing. These four things are together we call it as Power Platform components. Today you may be learning Power BI, but down the line surely you'll get an idea once how the Power BI is working. Then you may want to extend your skill set towards our entire Power Platform skills like Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents. And the greatness of this one is we are not going to write any single line of code, but we are going to develop our mobile apps. We are going to automate something. We are going to develop the chatbots also. But we don't know what is .NET. We don't know what is Python. We don't know what is Java. But we'll do whatever a Java resource, whatever a Python resource is going to do it, same job we are going to do it. For example, we have here Power Virtual Agents. This is useful to develop the chatbot environment. This is useful to develop some bots, kind of chatbots are going to develop it. When I was teaching the data science, to teach this bots creation itself, I will be spending almost 1 month of time. If you go to my same GitHub repository, we also see bots related syllabus which I created. You can go for here. There is a repository which is called as NLP. This is the repository. This is repository is only for creating the bots actually. This is a regular course and this is a project. You can go and you can notice what you're trying to develop here. Regular expression, tokenization, chatting, blah, 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 we are doing. But end of this, all the topics, once it is completed, natural language process topics, once it's completed, we'll develop the one project. The project is going to do here one chatbot kind of thing we are going to do it. So Medicare locator project with Telegram integration. Our Telegram app, whatever available with that, we are going to integrate this chatbot. Whatever I written here to achieve this one, there is a lot of code internally we are doing it. Okay, without doing this all code, whatever we have here, immediately I can develop a chatbot using Power Platform. That is the greatness of low code or no code environment. Down the line, entire IT market will be towards this one, low code or no code environment. Why people will learn the .NET, sir? .NET or Java, Python, whatever it is. Why people are learning that? To develop one website, to develop some app, to develop some API, something like that, right? Same thing I will do, but without writing a single line of code using the platforms. That is a concept what Microsoft come up with. Our Power BI also one of the component inside this one. Using this one, we are going to collect the data. Once we collected the data that we have to analyze means we need to go for Power BI. You got my point? Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have here something that is known as, this is a app.powerbi.com. And for example, I am trying to create here one workspace I am creating. So your batch workspace I am creating B, and today is 2021 is the year, and 10 is the month, and 12 is the date, right? Sorry, 11 is the date. 11 is the date. Then go and try to enter. So we are going to create here one workspace. We are going to create here. Let me minimize this one, then click on here save. So we create here one workspace. Generally, the terminology is called as here workspace. Simple words, I can say folder. In our Windows environment, whatever folder meaning is there, same meaning here workspace. Inside the workspace, what you can save? Report, dataset, dashboard, some Excel workbook. You can able to save inside this one. You can go and you can do that. Let us say I am in the Power BI desktop. I want to see this one into my workspace. Then what I suppose to do here, what is available? Publish. We are trying to publish this one. At the time of publishing, it is going to show you all the workspaces which are available inside the Azure. Just now we created this one, right? Just now I created this one. You can select this workspace, whatever we have. Click on the select. Now you know what is the name of our report. This report will be publishing to the Power BI, which is nothing but our Azure platform, that is app.powerbi.com. If you go to here and notice, you will see, if you refresh here, let me refresh. Yeah. Now we are able to see what you're seeing. First class is a report. What is the type of object? Report. First class is what is the type of object? And when it is came, you interact, sir. You interact 10, 11, 21, it is came. And if you click on this first class, then we're able to see, whatever you developed over there, those things we're able to see it. This is the URL. This is the URL we are going to share to the business. Hey, we developed the things to understand how my salary expenditure is available, department wise, job wise, location wise, and what is the total salary. And also you can do the filtering based on the department number column. I can present this one to the business. They come to understand, okay, how much is the total my salary expenditure, location wise, job wise, name wise. That's what the business context what you're providing. I want to show as a dashboard, for example. You can create a dashboard from multiple reports. This is the only one report today we developed as part of the demo. Tomorrow, you may be developing a report from the Excel. Day after tomorrow, you may be developing a report from the MySQL. Thereafter, you may be developing a report from some other databases, some other context. Some reason you want to show these all things inside the one dashboard. You can go and you can create the dashboard by simply, there is an option called as pin. Pin this visual. If I click on this pin this visual, then it is asking pin to dashboard. It is asking to create the new dashboard. Let me give the name of the dashboard as, let us say, first dashboard. I am giving the name. First dashboard, I am giving the name. Now this visualization is going to be pinned, and we are going to see one extra object is came. What this object is called as?
Dashboard.
If you click on this dashboard, you'll able to see now one tile dname wise we are seeing it. You want one more also, you want to pin it, for example. Go to the report again, then whatever we have here, again pin it. Then pin to existing dashboard, click on the pin. Now go to your dashboard and observe these two things will be available here, this and this. So that's how we are going to prepare here dashboards. And there are a lot of things you can do in the dashboards also. I will talk about that later. Once you completed development of the dashboards, you decided you want to develop something which has 10 or more dashboards, not 10, more than one, I can say, more than one dashboard and more than one report. Everything I want to integrate in one place. That place is called as apps. Inside the apps, directly I can keep the reports also, or I can take the dashboards also, I can take it. So can you define now what is app? App is nothing but n number of reports plus n number of dashboards together. We'll call it as what? Apps. And this app we can able to open in our mobile also. This app we are able to open inside our mobile also. Mobile compatible. How I can create this one? You can go and you can create this one very easily. Once you completed your development, let us say, in the right side corner, we see yellow mark. What is called as? Creating the app. In this app, I want to go for navigation. If you see, we have one dashboard, we have one class. As of now, today I created only these two things. This is a report, this is the dashboard. These two things I want to include it. Just say, click on the publish app. Then it will be published, not quite done. Okay, here description is needed. Training is the description I'm giving, then say as publish the app. So we are publishing it. Once publishing is completed, it's giving one URL. This is the URL we have to share to the business. We have to share to the business. They put in the mobile or whatever it is, they can able to access this app. You can see all the apps, whatever we have it, you can go and you can see using this apps button. Using this apps button. As you know, apps is going to take some time to create it. That's the reason it is not appearing. So after a few minutes of time, we are able to see our app, we are able to see it. Is it clear? Okay. So now you understand what is the meaning of this architecture diagram. This is the architecture diagram, whatever we are seeing. You started your journey with data layer. Then we went for all this together and we came to the apps. This is the end-to-end flow. End-to-end flow, what we do exactly in the Power BI. I am done with the first class to show end-to-end process. Now, these all materials, whatever I am doing here, available inside my GitHub. It's available with screenshot wise. It's available under the notebooks folder. In my class, you need not write any single word also. Everything material is available here. Even if you get any questions also, for example, while you're doing this one, you got some question. Here itself, you can go and you can first you have to log in, of course. Once your login is completed, then in the bottom, you can go and you can ask your questions, you can ask here. You type your questions and try to enter, then that question will be printed here. Okay, like that chapter wise, you can go and you can ask the questions, you can ask it. Even most of the chapters, I given questions also, I given. Like for example, if you go for the Excel, if you go in the Excel, in the bottom, I will be giving a reference material and I will be giving here some questions also, I will be giving it. See here, how many questions are there? Nearly 10 questions we provided. Something like that. In each one, we are providing questions also so that your life will be a bit simplified. I think I'm good with the first class. Tomorrow we'll continue installations, those all things tomorrow will continue. Today you understand the taste of the Power BI. how it looks like. Tomorrow we'll continue with the installation and we'll go with the some other source integration. Thank you. Any questions? Any questions?
Yeah, tomorrow at what time we will be connecting? At the same time or?
Same time. Same time, 7 to 8. Any other questions? Okay. If no questions, then we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Okay. Give me 2 minutes, sir. I'll start other class. Yeah, you can leave from the bridge. 7 o'clock people, you can leave from the bridge. Thank you.